Welcome to another book talk with Tracy. So last time I wanted to share with you something that I am calling a legacy of joy. It was a bit of a revelation for me when I was doing some workshops and talking about purpose and mission as a writer, and I discovered that really is what I want. I want to leave a legacy of joy to my readers, that they just enjoy, are entertained, whether it's my fiction books, whether it's stage plays, and even in my devotionals. I hope that people come away feeling joyful in that they've discovered ways to live a fulfilled life. So I wanted to kind of expand or piggyback off that idea today. And this time I'm talking about kingdom purpose. So I think at some point in my career, I've thought that, just entertainment was perhaps a little bit shallow, maybe not as important as some other things that a person could do. But I'm really coming to realize and to embrace that, we each have our own purpose. God's put us here for a reason, and we do have that, our own unique role to play, so to speak. Now, speaking of roles, I am an author. Obviously, that's what I'm talking about mostly in these book talks. I write novels, I write stage plays, and I've also written some devotional books. But you may or may not know that I also pastor a church with my husband. So I am a co-pastor, and that is an exciting and sometimes taxing part of my life, is pastoring a church. So that means I do preach regularly, usually twice a month, but on a rotational basis, and all kinds of other things that go along with pastoring. There's lots of meetings and prayer meetings and sort of counseling and things like that go along with that role. And I do feel that even though I'm a teacher by profession, I also do have a pastor's heart, because I do care about people. And so, speaking of being a teacher, I was a career teacher for many years. I homeschooled my own children for quite a few years. Plus, I've taught in the public system. I did teach kindergarten 1 year. Ooh, that wasn't my favorite thing, but I do love teenagers. So I taught high school English, drama, art, because those are some of my passions. And I still work as an online support teacher. So teacher is a really big role in my life as well. And speaking of art, I'm an artist. I enjoy painting. There's a couple of my paintings there. I have my degree in art, and I enjoy drawing and those kind of things as well. And so it seems like I have a lot of hats. I'm a writer, I'm an artist, I'm a pastor, I'm a teacher, and then of course, I'm a wife and mother and grandmother, and I have a family and those kind of responsibilities, a household that I'm looking after as well. So there's a lot going on, and I'm sure you're busy too. We're all busy, aren't we? We have many hats and many roles. But one thing that came to my mind recently is that rather than feel like I'm juggling all of these things, because sometimes that's how it can feel, is you've got too many balls in the air at one time. They all actually are just one thing, and it is all for a kingdom purpose. I forgot to mention that I'm, highly involved with an organization called Inscribe. I've been part of their executive and right from being president to various things throughout the years. And actually, I just took on the job of being their editor of their magazine. So I'm also an editor, a magazine editor of Fellowscript magazine. So that's another ball. Ooh, and so, you're juggling all these different things. But I was reminded about an old commercial that I remember seeing years ago. I don't know if I was a child or a young adult, and it was probably for some kind of debt consolidation. But, it showed a man trying to juggle all the things, and everything was falling down around him. And then here was this lovely ball with the lid, and all the things went inside, and then he was able to easily just toss this ball back and forth. And it really struck me that I think sometimes in life we tend to try to compartmentalize everything. And we try to do that where we're juggling too many things at once. And I found that just shifting my mindset to everything has kingdom purpose, whether it is having to do with my family, whether it's part of my job as a teacher, whether it's my role as an editor, whether it's writing, whether it's pastoring a church, they all have kingdom purpose. It's all ministry, I suppose, in some ways. But, God has a purpose. And He's given us all talents and resources and energy and gifts in certain areas. And when we look at it that way, rather than saying, oh, now I have to do this, and there are so many different things, it's all just one thing. It's given me a lot of clarity and also a certain amount of freedom not to feel overwhelmed. There are only so many hours in a day, right? So if I just look at everything, I'm working for the Lord, whether it's whatever it might be, but it has a kingdom purpose. And I found that's been very good for me. It's been a bit of a revelation, and certainly that mind shift has helped me not feel so overwhelmed. So I think it goes along with the legacy piece that everything has a purpose. If you think of it that way, you put everything in God's hands, and at the end of the day, if I can bring some joy to somebody, I feel like that's part of my purpose as well. My kingdom purpose is to spread a little joy. I may have been accused of being too positive sometimes, and I'm certainly not always positive, but when you live with a relentless optimist like I do, that's what my husband is often called, I guess it rubs off. And it's not that I haven't had trauma or tragedy in my life, but I just see everything as part of what God's doing. God can take anything. He can make beauty from ashes. He can take what the devil means for harm and use it for good. Everything is an opportunity for growth and for kingdom purpose. So that is what I wanted to share with you today in Book Talk. It wasn't too specific on books or writing, but I think it fits in with the greater theme. And so I just thank you for watching if you did. I encourage you to head over to my website. It is tracykraus.com, and sign up for my email list. I'd love to chat with you and share more insights with you. So that's it for today, and I hope that you are blessed and that you find some joy today in your life. Bye for now.